Hello, good morning all my 10th standard students. How are you? I hope everyone will be pretty good. I am Mrs. Gandewar. I am going to teach you English subject. Are you sick of being cooped up inside all day? I know answer might be yes because of COVID-19, one of the worst pandemics. Okay? But you don't worry. Do you know that problem is a part of life and solution is an art of life? We KD teachers are here to take out from such a panic situation arose because of coronavirus. Coronavirus is a hard nut to crack, but we teachers are here to crack that nut. Okay? See, if you are in 10th standard and if you want to earn brownie points, then you have to work hard. Do you know the meaning of brownie points? Brownie points means if you want to praise from others by getting stupendous score, then you have to work hard. I will help you. All teachers will help you to get you brownie points. So today we are going to learn the new lesson. It is in your English textbook. See, up to this slide, did you hear the word clash or confrontation? Don't be confused. Clash means encounter. Clash means encounter. Up to this time, do you know only the encounter between human beings. And when I uttered this word encounter, I know that in everyone's mind, particular field, particular persons came in front of your eyes, in front of your sight. But in this lesson, there is an encounter between animals. But because of that encounter, the bond of love, compassion and trust was established between human being and animals. Okay? So today we are going to learn the lesson, an encounter of a special kind. It is written by Tapan Mukherjee. So for learning this lesson, let's get started. Please open the book and open the page number 8. First I want to read the para. After that I will explain you. My father was a medical professional working for a private company in Raniganj in West Bengal. The officers of the company were housed in individual bungalows inside a large campus. Our house was in a corner of the campus. The officers' club was adjacent to the boundary wall of our garden. The compound was luxurious with green grass, colorful flowers and a host of tall and majestic trees. The seasonal vegetables in the kitchen gardens of the households and the magnificent trees constantly attracted squirrels and many species of birds. A group of langurs had even made their den in an aswatha tree nearby. They had all become a part and parcel of our existence and daily life. See, in this lesson, Tapan Mukherjee, he gave the story of one young boy who rescued, who nursed, who saved one wounded langur. Langur means monkey, one type of monkey that is called langur. And this story is very interesting story that I think in many of lives, such type of encounter become the witness in our life. See, my father was a medical professional working for a private company. See, first the difficult meanings which are depicted in this para. After that I will explain you in this para what is it. See that house means providing facility, that is called house. Individual means separate and adjacent means next to each other. Then majestic means very tall, very great, and magnificent means extremely good, impressive, that is called magnificent. Den means living place, that is called den. Part and parcel means important part. What is in this para? Writer's father was a medical professional. He was officer in medical field and he was working in one of the private companies which is in West Bengal. Do you know West Bengal? West Bengal, which is famous for Durga Puja. That was a private company where the writer's father was working and it is in Raniganj in West Bengal. The officers of the company were provided the facility of separate bungalows in the large area. Campus means in large area there were the bungalows of the medical professional, and near to that, in that bungalow there was a beautiful garden, and that garden was luxurious. How it was luxurious? It was luxurious with green grass. Everywhere there is green grass, and the tall, very impressive tall great trees were in that garden. And in the kitchens of the bungalows, the housewives of the officers, they grown the seasonal vegetables. According to the seasons, they used to take the vegetables, and that is called the seasonal vegetables. And because of the trees which were in the garden, many species of birds like squirrels, they attracted towards the tree, like aswatha tree. Aswatha means the peepal tree. And on that peepal tree, so many birds, they lived, and not only birds but also the animals like langur. Langur means monkey. They made their living place on that aswatha tree. And all these things like birds, animals like langurs, they became the part and parcel of the people who lived in that large campus. Okay. So in short, I want to tell you that in the first para, what is in that first para? The writer's father, he was working in the private company. He was a medical professional. He was working in the medical field in Raniganj in West Bengal, and the company provided the facilities of the separate bungalows in a large area, and in that large area there was a garden. Not only the garden but also there was the clubhouse. You know the clubhouse? Club means an association of members coming together for common purpose, especially sports. That is called the club. In many societies we can get the clubhouse, and in that large area there was the clubhouse, and also there was the garden which was luxurious with green grass, magnificent trees. And because of the magnificent trees, so many birds and animals were attracted towards that tree, and animals like langurs, they made the living place on that tree. And so these all things became the part, means the important part of the life of the people who lived in that large area. See the second para, give attention. A small incident on a Saturday afternoon left a profound effect on me and unfolded before my eyes a whole new dimension to the wonders of God's creation. It was a few days into the puja vacation. Just like for any other child, the holidays provided an opportunity for me to become engrossed in various magazines and storybooks published specially for children in the festive season. What happened? The writer mentioned here one of the incident was happened during the Durga Puja vacation. What was that incident? It was the incident happened in the afternoon, and that incident made a deep effect. Profound effect means the deep effect on writer's mind, and that effect opened up a new factor of the wonders of God's creation. And because of that incident, the writer could see the new factor, new side of the wonders of God's creation. And it was a few days after getting the Durga Puja vacation. And do you know that in the festival, in the festive seasons, means where there are so many festivals, so many publishers, they publish the storybooks or the adventure storybooks for the small children. And so it was like a sweet dish for the children to read such type of the storybooks and the magazines. In the same way, the writer also thought that it is a type of sweet dish to get the opportunity to read storybooks which are published in festive season. Engrossed means totally occupied, wholly occupied or focused. That is called engrossed. After a hearty lunch, my parents and my younger sisters lay down for an afternoon nap, and I settled down with the storybooks. The quiet afternoon presented the perfect backdrop for reading an adventure story. The silence was occasionally broken by the sound of my family snoring, the intermittent chirping of house sparrows, the harsh cawing of a crow, the shrill call of a kite flying high above the ground. Minutes ticked by. I became deeply absorbed in the book. See, after taking the heavy lunch, heavy means sufficient and wholesome. That is called the heavy lunch. After taking the heavy lunch, the members of the writer's family, they relaxed. Like elders and the younger sisters of the writer's family, they wanted to take a short sleep. That is called the nap. Nap means short sleep, which we take for 10 to 15 minutes. And here the writer wanted to relax by getting the books or by becoming busy in reading the books. And so he thought that the silent atmosphere, the backdrop means the silent atmosphere in the afternoon, that was the good time for reading a book. And so he settled to read a book, and the quiet afternoon presented the perfect backdrop. The silent which was spread in the afternoon, that was the perfect background for reading the book. Do you know very well that when we want to read something, at that time we want very silent atmosphere. But when the writer started to read the book, at that time, no doubt that there was silent atmosphere. But some factors, they were going to disturb the silent atmosphere. What type of the things, what type of the factors they disturb the silent atmosphere? Like the snoring. Snoring means some family members of the writers, they started to snore. Snore means to breathe noisily during sleep. That is called the snoring. Do you snore? I hope that no one snore. Okay? And it is not good for others. It can disturb the other sleep. And the thing like snoring of the family members or the chirping of house sparrows. There is the sound of the house sparrows outside. Also the cawing of a crow and the kite. All these things, they were ready to disturb the silent atmosphere of the silent atmosphere, which was very good for reading the book. And after some time, the writer became very busy in reading the book, though the silence was disturbed irregularly or frequently by some factors. Suddenly, I heard a group of street dogs barking furiously in the distance. I chose to ignore the commotion, thinking that the pack of dogs might have cornered a hapless pig. But soon, the barking became louder and more aggressive, and the alarm cawing of a flock of crows added to the cacophony. I also heard the disturbance approaching closer. Curiosity got the better of me. Leaving the book aside, I rushed to the veranda to see what was going on. After some time, the writer was busy reading the book. But one incident, means one type of the sound, disturbed the writer very much. What was happened in this para? That suddenly, when he was busy reading the book, he heard a group of street dogs. Street dogs means the dogs which wander here from here to there. That is called the street dogs. And barking furiously in the distance. Furiously means very angrily. What type of the sound he heard? That some dogs, group of dogs, they were barking very angrily from some distance. And he wanted to ignore. He did not want to give attention to that barking sound. Okay. So, in the starting, he ignored the sound of that barking dogs. But what happened next? And he thought that pack of dogs might capture or trap a hapless pig. Hapless means unlucky pig. But soon, the sound of that barking became so louder that it disturbed the silent atmosphere, and then again the sound became very aggressive. Aggressive means very angry, in the mood of attacking. That is called aggressive. And more aggressive and alarm cawing of a flock of crows. Means also the flock of crows, they made the harsh sound. They made the harsh sound like the pack of dogs. And I also heard the disturbance approaching closer. First he ignored the sound of the barking dogs. But as the harsh sound was increased, the curiosity increased and got the better of me. Got the better of me means first he was interested in reading the book. But as the sound was increased, as the sound was coming near, he wanted to see what was going on outside. So the curiosity, what type of the curiosity? To see what was going on outside was defeated him from reading the book. And so he said that curiosity got the better of me. And leaving the book aside, he very quickly went towards the veranda to see what was going on. Okay, I hope that you understood whatever I explained. Okay, if you have any problem, I will try to solve in the next video. But hey guys, I know that you are very suave. Suave means, you know that, well-mannered and polite, polished, that is called the suave. I know that you students are very suave, and definitely if you do work hard, you will get good percentage. So whatever the lesson I will teach you or other teachers will, you give attention fully. Now I want to stop here. I don't want to keep you any longer. But before rolling out my lesson, I want to give you homework. You learn the meanings of difficult words. Okay. Thank you students for being me with in this lesson. Have a very great day.